The Juan Soto dust has finally settled, and now the panic is setting in across the league. The teams that missed out on the $700 million man are officially desperate. General managers are picking up their phones, sweating, and getting aggressive. Today is Thursday, December 4th, and the market has shifted from buying to trading. We have a massive trade rumor involving a legitimate MVP contender, a vicious bidding war breaking out in the American League East, and a complete fire sale happening in St. Louis that is going to break some hearts. If you thought the drama was over just because Soto signed, you are dead wrong. The chaos is just beginning. Let's start with the biggest bombshell of the morning, coming straight out of the desert. First up, a genuine shocker involving the Arizona Diamondbacks. Multiple insiders, including John Morosi, are reporting that the Diamondbacks are actively listening to trade offers for Ketel Marte. Yes, you heard that right. Their best player, the heart and soul of their lineup, the guy who carries that team on his back. Why would they do this? Let's break it down. Arizona missed the playoffs in 2025, and their farm system needs help. They aren't doing a full rebuild, but they are trying to retool. Selling Marte right now, when his value is at its absolute peak, could bring back a haul of 3 or 4 top prospects. It is a painful move, but from a business perspective, it makes sense. But for the rest of the league, this is like throwing a steak into a tank of sharks. The Philadelphia Phillies and the Toronto Blue Jays are reportedly already checking in on the price tag. Can you imagine Ketel Marte in that Phillies lineup, hitting next to Bryce Harper and Trey Turner? That would be unfair. That is a video game lineup. If Dave Dombrowski pulls this off, the Phillies instantly become the favorites to win the National League pennant. This rumor changes everything. Teams that were looking for free agents might stop and pivot to trade for Marte instead. It freezes the market for guys like Alex Bregman because everyone wants to see if they can get the better player first. But while the trade market is heating up, the pitching market is turning into a war zone, and the two teams fighting. They hate each other. With the elite batting market drying up fast, all eyes are shifting to the aces on the mound, and it is turning into a classic rivalry battle that feels like 2004 all over again. Reports this morning indicate that Max Friday's free agency decision is coming down to 2 finalists, the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. This is the scenario every baseball fan loves and hates. The Red Sox are desperate. They missed out on Juan Soto. Their fans are angry. They need to make a splash to show they still care about winning. Bringing in a proven lefty ace like Max Fried to lead their rotation would silence the critics instantly. He fits perfectly in Fenway Park. He keeps the ball on the ground, and he knows how to pitch in big moments. But then, there are the Yankees. They just watched their crosstown rivals spend $1 billion. They are wounded. They need to respond. And what better way to respond than by stealing the #1 target of your biggest enemy? The Yankees don't just want Fried because he is good. They want him to prevent Boston from getting him. It is a defensive move as much as it is an offensive one. This is a pure bidding war. Folks, agents love this. When Boston and New York get into a staring contest, the price goes up by the second. Expect this contract to cross the $200 million mark very, very soon. Imagine Fried in pinstripes joining Cole in that rotation, or imagine him in Boston trying to bring a title back to Fenway. Either way, one fan base is going to be celebrating, and the other is going to be screaming at their radio. Before we head to St. Louis to talk about a team that is basically putting a going out of business sign on their stadium, I have to ask you something. Are you enjoying this daily drama? Do you want to be the first to know when Max Fried actually signs? Then do me a massive favor and hit that subscribe button right now. We are posting updates every single day. Don't rely on Twitter rumors. Get the real breakdown right here. Join the Baseball Buzz family and let's ride this roller coaster together. Okay, let's talk about the sad situation in the Midwest. Because the Cardinals aren't just trading players, they are tearing the house down. We knew changes were coming in St. Louis. After they traded Sonny Gray earlier in the week, the writing was on the wall. But now the floodgates have officially burst open. This isn't a retooling. This is a demolition project. The biggest name on the block is, of course, Nolan Arenado. Reports say he is officially available, and crucially, he is expected to waive his no-trade clause to go to a contender. He wants to win, and he knows it won't happen in St. Louis anytime soon. Seeing Arenado in another uniform is going to be weird, but it's necessary. But here is the sneakier name that tells you exactly how deep this rebuild goes. Brendan Donovan. Donovan is a fan favorite. He is versatile, he gets on base, he is young, and he is under team control. Usually, you keep guys like that during a rebuild, but the rumors are flying that the Cleveland Guardians are pushing hard to acquire him. If the Cardinals trade Donovan, they're saying, we don't plan on competing until 2028. It is a white flag surrender. For Cardinals fans, who are used to their team being competitive every single year, this is a nightmare scenario. It's going to be a long, cold winter in St. Louis. They are stripping the roster down to the studs. The days of Pugels and Yachty are long gone. And now, the next era is starting with a painful teardown. But while St. Louis is selling, other teams are getting creative. We have some new mystery teams entering the chat for the remaining big free agents. Let's talk about Pete Alonso. The polar bear has been waiting for his big payday. With the Mets spending all their money on Soto, it's clear Alonso is gone. But where? Well, a new suitor has emerged on the West Coast, and they are desperate for star power. The San Francisco Giants are reportedly considering Alonso as their primary target. Think about it. The Giants have missed out on every big star for the last 5 years. They missed Aaron Judge. They missed Shohei Ohtani. They just missed Juan Soto. Their fans are starving for a superstar. Pete Alonso fits the bill perfectly. He hits mammoth home runs. He has a big personality, and he could be the face of that franchise instantly. Could the polar bear trade the Big Apple for the Golden Gate Bridge? It is starting to look like a very real possibility. And finally, we have a major update on the Alex Bregman saga that might force a decision very soon. Let's finish up with the latest on Alex Bregman. The standoff between him and the Houston Astros is reaching a boiling point. Sources say the Astros have finally increased their offer. They are now reportedly putting over $160 million on the table to bring their third baseman home. This is a significant jump from their initial lowball offers. Houston is getting desperate. They see the market moving. They see Chapman and Arenado rumors swirling. They know that if they lose Bregman, their championship window might slam shut. But Bregman hasn't signed yet. Why? Because the Detroit Tigers are still lurking in the shadows with their manager, A.J. Hinch, and they might be willing to go to $180 million. It is a game of chicken right now. Who blinks first? The franchise icon who wants to be paid his worth, or the team that needs him to win? We should have an answer before the winter meetings kick off next week. So, let's recap the madness. The Diamondbacks might trade their MVP. The Red Sox and Yankees are fighting over a pitcher. The Cardinals are selling everything that isn't nailed down, and Pete Alonso might be heading west. I need your expert opinion on all of this. I want to see your predictions in the comments below. Question number 1. The Ketel Marte rumor, does it make sense for the Diamondbacks to trade him, or are they crazy for giving up their best player? Question number 2. The Max Fried War. Who needs him more, the desperate Red Sox or the greedy Yankees? Where do you think he lands? Question number 3. Cardinals fans, I know you're watching. How do you feel about this full rebuild? Is it time to blow it up, or should they have tried to keep Arenado? Let me know what you think. I read every single comment, and I love seeing the debates you guys start. Thank you so much for watching Baseball Buzz Daily. If you enjoyed this update, please smash that like button. It really helps us out. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? The winter meetings are about to start, and the news is only going to get bigger. I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, and keep watching the hot stove.